What's going on, guys? I talk to AI a lot. Some people might think I'm weird or whatever for that, but yeah, it's very practical for life advice. I mean, it's better than Googling things, in my opinion, now, especially with the recent Grok updates. Grok is primarily what I use. It's free, easy to access. Um, also, got 6, 7 months ago, I heard a report that AI average intelligence was a 110 IQ, which a lot of people be like, well, that's not like genius level or anything, but that's 110 IQ across all subjects. AI could get a law degree and its doctorate in less than a second. It's just very practical. I even, like, when I go to the gym, I even ask how I'm lifting. Is it right? You know, things like that. Any little questions you ever have, I kind of ask myself a lot of questions. So it's one of the greatest information resources you could ever ask for. So anyway, we talked about Lorcana, Pokemon, about my portfolio. And through conversations of what I've been thinking and spitballing the information AI has given me, it came down to a recommendation of should be keeping about 50% of what I feel is valuable and rare, and the other 50% should be selling as far as Pokemon goes, and that other 25% should be going towards, Lorcana and a little bit of Spider-Man too. We talked about Spider-Man as well. I forgot to mention that. So, my plan is, I've already said I'm selling off Destin Rivals in the previous video. Talked about some of the Paladin Fates I'm selling off. I've already talked about 151 I'm selling off. Not all this stuff is moving as fast as you think it is, guys. Not all this stuff I'm listing at exact market either. It's a little bit below. Some of it was moving pretty fast for a week, but now I've been sitting here for almost a week with no sales. And I got some product I need to move. So I'm going to let it sit a little longer. 151 prices are still going up. So one, I did set a little high, one package of 151, but it's kind of my target goal. I think it'll get there. But other things I'm looking to get rid of. Anything Scarlet and Violet PC up ETB, pretty much, not everything, but pretty much most of them. We're going to go. We're in profit on a lot of them. I mean, a lot of these we've only been in for about 2 months and we have 50% gains, 100% gains. Like, you don't see this. This doesn't happen in markets. This is very rare. Take the profit, take the opportunity while you can. There's just so much in Lorcana too that's just... Guys, I'm trying to not sell some of this Pokemon and try and trade on Facebook Marketplace for Lorcana. It's not doing too well. Nobody... A lot of these Lorcana guys, well, first of all, there's not much product out there. It's hard to find. It really is. And Go listings on eBay and stuff and TCG Player, that's probably where you're going to find the bulk of it. You can definitely find stuff there, but I mean, as far as Facebook Marketplace goes or Craigslist, no. There's not much. And a little bit of it, they kind of either want more Lorcana, or one guy was asking me for Final Fantasy. I said, sorry about that one, man. That one is not going anywhere. I'll just put that one out there, guys. Final Fantasy, I am not selling. I've sold some Omegas to take profit on already. I'm down to 2 Omegas personally. And also in the Magic portfolio, I recommended to sell the 2 Omegas in the portfolio for a gift box. So I've got gift box, and I also did it with my personal collection. I sold a couple more Omegas in my personal collection to get another gift box as well. That trade is actually looking good right now just because Omega boxes have gone down and gift bundles have stayed stable at the $200 level. But I think that all that's going to go up. This temporary Spider-Man dip, I think could be well taken advantage, but I'm probably only going to be doing retail buys, or if I could get a trade done on Facebook, that would be great too. I've noticed there's a couple of collector boosters on Facebook, so if they get down to like $500 in value, and I can trade with somebody for some Pokemon, yeah, I'm going to do it. I think that'd be a great thing to do. That single, I forget the name of it, but it has listings for $20,000 right now. It might not be serialized, but it's a hell of a rare card. So, and it's coveted, and they believe that it wasn't serialized because it's probably going to connect playability wise to other Marvel cards that'll be coming out in the future. So, yeah, that might be a whole set driving thing, especially for big time collectors. Yeah, I think Spider Man has some opportunity into it, and I think I might want to tap into that. Yeah, I'm very wary of other things in the Magic market, but like for the recent dip we had in the Lorcana, it was a great time to take advantage of it. I think all this hype dying down and actually becoming like negative hype, especially on release day. Release day, we're probably going to see a definite dump in Spider-Man. I think it's just an opportunity to take advantage of. But speaking of Lorcana, I did get a shipment in. This is actually in pretty good condition. This will be my second first chapter booster box. And yeah, I'm just going to keep it in the box. I got to buy protection for these things. So, you got to pack this thing really well. Oh. Alright, here's the white flare. I think Black Bolt's behind the Crown Zenith. Crown Zenith is moving up too. I told you guys I bought 4 of them for like $700. If it gets to the point where I can get that $700 back and sell 3 of them, I'm going to do it. Just keep one free. Plus, the 4 of them are in really good condition, and then I get to keep the best of the 4. So, that's pretty cool. Yeah, the Black Bolt and White Flare, that's like the only Pokemon Center drop I have been successful on. So, yeah, they were $60. I can sell them for like over $200 a piece now. It's not a bad deal. Tripling your money, tripling plus. It's 3-4 months old, not even 4 months old, like 3 months old. These gains don't happen every day. Just to say you 3x something in a couple of years is pretty impressive. This market's going to end sooner than we think, and even Grok knows that. And Grok seems bullish. If you saw my recent short about a non-TCG, Grok does seem bullish on Lorcana from what it's been saying to me. And the post that I read in that short kind of puts a non-TCG, I believe, in his place. He's bashing Ravensburger. That company's been around for over 100 years. That company is older than Disney, older than Hasbro, older than anything you can think of in TCG. 1883. Been doing this for a long time. That's why a lot of people say Lorcana's a fun game. You know what? Because Ravenburger's been doing games for over 100 years. They know how to make a fun game. Grok just says there's a lot of buzz online. Sales are looking good. Thinks it's a great time to diversify into Lorcana by selling off some Pokemon. It believes the Pokemon market is red hot right now. That's another thing with Grok with the new updates. The prices I noticed like a couple of months ago were way off, and I had to constantly update it. So no, that's not the price of this. It's now double that, or something like that along those lines. Now it's very up to date. Knows the prices of almost everything. I think I had to correct it like once. So it's really tapped into like the TCG and eBay algorithms, because I noticed it mentioning both. All right. Now, well, so we talked about all the Pokemon we want to sell. What Lorcana? Oh yeah, Let's talk about troves versus booster boxes. Troves are exceedingly rare. I mentioned this. Sorry, I didn't check the prices before I made this video, but I know troves had crossed that $300 threshold. Still waiting on mine to come in. Stupid post office had it in Florida here on Friday, and then for some reason they sent it up to Wisconsin, so now I'm waiting for it to get out of Wisconsin and come back to Florida. So it should be here by the end of the week, when it should have been here over the weekends. Anyway, enough of the post office. Alright, so troves versus booster boxes. Now, how we've discovered that the PCETB is superior than the booster box for investment purposes in Pokemon, I think we're experiencing some of the same thing with troves in Lorcana. I just got my first one. Came in today, guys. Not the greatest condition. These are very condition sensitive. Definitely want to get protection, especially I noticed on this back corner. But compared to some of the other ones I've seen online, this one isn't too bad. But especially if you don't have any first chapter right now, I would specifically say get the troves because they're floating around that $300 range, just like the booster boxes are. And they're much rarer. Plus, they're only EN01. You don't have to worry about the EN01, EN02 booster box problem. And it's not just chapter 1. I've been going over the first 4 chapters with Grok. And we both decided, we came to an agreement that yes, Trove is by far the superior product to be investing in. So focus on all sets in the top 4 on the Troves. They're much cheaper too, for the most part. There is juicy opportunities in booster boxes, however. Ursula's Return booster box, I think it's down to like $72. Grok really likes that. Says that is big potential right there. It's a screaming buy. That's what Grok says. Ursula's Return booster box, but it likes the Trove better still. So you could, if you're looking to get into Ursula's Return, you might want to diversify between the both. I am coming up with a plan. Me and Grok kind of already come up with a plan. We'll bring that out in the next video. We'll talk about the Grok / Poor Man's Investing Lorcana portfolio. We'll have a $500 portfolio and a $1,000 portfolio. I tell you now, guys, but sorry, I got to order this stuff before I tell you. Anyway, what else do we have? We have, oh yeah, Bitcoin versus Bitcoin Cash is what I wanted to talk about. So, another conversation I had with Grok. This was big in 2017. I know a lot of you guys weren't here for this in that realm of crypto. I mean, Bitcoin was a freaking $1,000 in the start of Bitcoin, or start of 2017. For those of you that don't know, my first purchase of Bitcoin was at $600 in September of 2016. So we went back and forth about Bitcoin and Bitcoin Cash, and Grok gave me the same answers as usual, and it was trying to be very neutral, saying, well, you're supposed to save in Bitcoin, and Bitcoin Cash you're supposed to spend, and blah, 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 back and forth, back and forth. I finally called AI in a corner. I said, really? So in the future, what are you going to be trading with? Are you going to be trading with Bitcoin or Bitcoin Cash? No hesitation, AI said Bitcoin Cash. And I responded, well, doesn't that make it the real Bitcoin? And then Grok didn't like that, kind of say, I know what you're doing there, blah, blah, blah. But, I mean, can you really deny it at that point? If that's what you're going to be using for trading, haven't we found the real Bitcoin? At least in AI's opinion, even though they don't want to admit it. Okay, guys, have a good one.